And welcome to the channel for the first ever official episode of Head to Head Episode 1. Thank you for joining me here today. I'm with Body Counts, and today we're going to be reviewing the 2004 Subaru WRX STI versus the Chevelle 350. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to go downstairs and get started with the STI.
What up, YouTube?
Man, Body Counts is with me. We're going to do a little experiment. The first episode, I'm going to have somebody with me, and depending on how it goes, we'll determine how the rest of the episodes go. If episode 1 goes good, then we're going to go ahead and keep, having other people with me, and if not, then I'm just going to start doing them by myself. We're just going to do some experiments here and there. As you guys know, in my last episode of just, normal 616 nonsense, I had the STI brought with me because Street Speed 717 brought his McLaren 570 GT, not his, but the rental had his at his garage, so I still have this here with me. We're just going to go ahead and jump right on into the reviews and comparisons. Alright, so to start off with the STI, a couple things I've got done to this car. What mod am I using? I'm using the 6-speed manual transmission mod with this that my cousin made me. Yes, there is a 2-step on it, and it runs at about 6,100 RPMs. As you can see, this is what helps me take off and get such good times on this car. Body Counts has brought his STI. It's around here somewhere. I think he lost it because he's gay as hell, but no, he has his STI, and he's going to use that for us with his comparison once we get started here. Alright, so couple of personal specs things, what I have done to this car. We're going to start off with, this is the, like I said, the 6-speed manual mod. What turbo am I running? I have the 75mm turbo option on here. It's what helps me run what I run on the track. About smack that Porsche back there, smacking into some pedestrians. This is what happens when you give a Mustang driver too much horsepower.
That was a good joke.
That was a good joke. That's what happens when you give a Mustang driver too much horsepower. That's where all the memes come from around here. Let's go ahead and get to the freeway, get some couple of pulls in and whatnot. Let's see here. What other kind of specs do I have on this car? Let me go to the list.
Donnie, you gotta wait, bro.
I gotta wait. You missed the cut. Body Counts.
Cut this straight across.
He done missed the cut. Yeah, just jump on the freeway.
Yeah, I did.
Alright, so let's get into it. 75mm turbo. We have the stage 2 clutch on here. We have a 150 shot of nitrous on here. Got the classic STI rally spoiler that you see on all the STIs out there and whatnot. If you look out in, what am I trying to say? If you look out in public and you see like an STI or something, you'll more than likely see the 2004 generation. These are called the Bug-Eye STIs, if you spec it that way, I suppose. But these are the ones you'll see. You're starting to see more, in Ohio anyway, you'll start to see more and more of the newer WRX STIs, which I'm not a huge fan of those. The Bug-Eye generation, which is the one that I'm driving right now, is probably my favorite generation out of all of them, just because these are the ones that look the best with all the specs on them and whatnot, depending on how far you go with it. Another couple things off of the mod list: stage 2 clutch. I have the classic rally spoiler. I also have the classic STI hood scoop. I think that this looks the best with it. Believe it or not, see, look, he tried to go left. He was waiting on me because he didn't know which way to go. No, we have the classic.
He's gonna cut left or right.
STI hood scoop. You can see the hood scoop is a pretty large bulge in the hood, but with the hood flat, I'm not a huge fan of it. Obviously, we need some airflow around here. This is an active hood scoop. This is not one of those pointless ones that you see on like Hondas and shit that you can buy at like AutoZone. People who just slap those on their cars. But this one is the active rally hood scoop. There is a couple other hood scoops that you can put on here, I believe, if we go to Benny's. we'll hit the cut on the way back around the freeway. We'll go to Benny's and show you what other kind of hood scoops you can get on here. Took me forever, but I finally got 6th gear.
Good job.
Oh, got a little skid going. I know there is, I think one of the hood scoops or hood vents or whatever, however you want to look at it, there is one that you can see through the engine, I think. Is that right, Body Counts? Isn't there one of those where you can see through the engine?
Yeah, that's what I got on my hood now.
Oh, really? Yeah, I might even notice that. But yeah, there is. There are some interesting hood scoops for this car. Check out some of these hood scoops that we got going on here.
What you looking for?
Okay. But yes, I do have the classic rally hood scoop on here. There's this one here, the twin vented hood. That one looks very AutoZone-ish to me, to be completely honest. This is the carbon fiber hood. There's the carbon fiber classic hood scoop. And there's the sticker bomb hood. I'm not a huge fan of these whole sticker bomb things. I don't see what the point is to these. It's not really, it doesn't look interesting or stand out to me at all. Actually, it stands out too much. A bit too flashy for me. Here you can see I have the classic scooped hood. And there's the one that you can see through, the Showtime hood. But other than that, let's see what else we got. Let's talk about how fast the car actually is itself with all these little, not really little, but modifications that we've got on the car. So this car, it will run up to, I believe, 858 is the fastest I've gotten. I just broke this record sometime last week. Before that, the car ran 888 in the quarter mile, but I finally got it up to 858 at its absolute best. That was with the 150 shot of nitrous and everything. If you're just cruising down the road and whatnot, it'll top out at 155. It's a pretty quick car for what it is. It classifies on GTA as a supercar, but to be honest, I don't think at all that this should classify as a supercar. It should classify sports. It should classify as sports because all of the other, tuner cars in this game classify as sports. Like the Supra classifies as a sport. Let's see, or the Evo, which is a huge competitor with the STI, classifies as a sport. The Focus RS classifies as a sport. I know there's a couple other that are huge competitors that classify as sport. Let's see if we can find some on here.
Corvette.
Right, the Corvette. I think the Corvette, that one's pretty close. It could go either way depending on how fast you make it. I know let's see, there's a couple Aston Martins that are classified as sport, but the fact that they put this as super just kind of threw me off a little bit. Once you put this against other supercars, you start to see how ridiculous and how right I really am. Because when you put the STI fully modified, blasted through GTA mods, not like the computer modifications that I have, but like fully blasted GTA mods, once you put it against other things like this Koenigsegg here, or the Bugatti Chiron, wherever it's at,
and smoke.
Right, it gets destroyed against like the Lamborghini and stuff, or a couple Ferraris. And even the Grotti X80 Proto, which is the Ferrari F20 concept, or F80 concept, whatever, it performs horribly against these cars. It should not be a supercar at all. It should definitely be, classified as a sports car. It's one of the lowest class supercars on here. I will say, though, that it does perform well on takeoffs, four-wheel drive. That is one of the biggest, I guess you could say, helpers on this car is the four-wheel drive. Because if you have the two-step like I've got on here, once you get it all the way up to where it goes, it'll just launch like it's nothing on here. And it helps you a lot with takeoffs. Kind of like the Bugatti Chiron. It's an 8-speed automatic. Plus you have the whole, like once again, four-wheel drive, but the Bugatti Chiron's a whole different story when it comes to weight. It does, the STI, how does it perform on track? Not terribly. I mean, on the rally track, it could do is probably my favorite car to drive out of all the tuner cars that I have that you guys have seen in my garage. This is definitely my favorite because I have the Evo, I have the STI, I have the Supra, and I have the, help me out, Skyline. Those are those are the 5 tuner cars on here, and like by a mile, this is my favorite car to drive on the track. After that would probably be the Skyline. Let me get parked here so I can talk about a couple other things that's so special about this car. Let's talk about some of the future plans that I have with this car. The number one future plan with this car is to make it run 7s in the quarter mile. And that is primarily because my other YouTuber that I watch, his name is Cletus McFarlane, that's his channel, go subscribe to him. I'm thinking about starting up a second build. I don't want to do a whole second channel because then I have to get my subscriber base up and I'll basically restart all over again. But I do want to get base this build right here off of his car that he has called Leroy. And I am naming this car here. After this episode, it will officially be my Leroy. Now, I have gotten a couple of complaints from people saying that, oh, your STI can't be Leroy because Leroy in real life is an American Corvette. And I'm like, just shut up. Fast car is a fast car. I mean, truthfully, this car can be Leroy. It'll outrun half of the American cars in this game, honestly. This car will, it runs an 858. It'll beat, you know, a Mustang. I've beaten a Tesseract in this car. I've damn near beaten, you know, the overflogged Tyrant. I've beaten the Taipan in this car. My biggest win against a supercar, let me see if I can find it here, was the Grotti Vision, which I believe is how you pronounce that. It's a $2.25 million car against this, and it's getting smacked. Definitely go with one of these all day. But I want to keep this up with Leroy, which is Cletus McFarlane's car. I want it to run 7s in the quarter mile. I want to pull off as much weight as I can from this car. And as you can see, I'm going to show you guys the inside of Body Count's car real quick. Don't worry, I'm not shooting your car, I'm zooming in. As you can see, you do have the capability to gut this car, which will save a lot of weight in the long run to help me run 7s. He's got everything you need to basically run as low as you possibly can. He's got the carbon fiber seats, the back seats are gone, the trunk is gone. It's basically a spaceship. So all you got to do is pull off some weight, add a shit ton of carbon fiber, and you're good to go. Another thing we're going to do is, you know, add a little bit, probably a 200, 250 shot of nitrous, which, yes, I know you guys can't do that. Computer mods, whatever. Body Counts likes to call it cheating, but I call it winning. It is. I'm going to switch to some drag radials for sure, because you can see I've got street tires on it here. I still have the car spec'd for rally. Let me take these glasses off, because this is kind of fucking up my view.
I just took my drags off and put the streets back on.
Yeah, I seen that. I noticed that. I was about to ask you why you did that before we started the video. I'm gonna see. Can I find where are my glasses here? Accessories.
Back on. Put my drags back on.
There we go. There we go. Now everything looks normal and not orange. Yeah. As you guys can see, I have the, you know, street tires. It's still technically spec'd for rally. I want to put drag radials on it to help me run the 7s. I have 75mm turbo, as I stated in the beginning of the video. I want to switch it over to twins. I don't know if I'm going to do 68s or 70s, or if I'm going to do twin 75s even. I just know they're going to have to be big to run 7s for sure. I need to find out what size turbos Cletus McFarlane runs on Leroy so I can apply that to the computer mods and run that here. And then we're definitely going to switch it to a stage, right, whatever. Then we're going to switch it to a stage 3 clutch so all the power can be distributed evenly. Then we're going to change the fuel, tune it, obviously, and that should put me somewhere around, hopefully, in the realm of 1,200 horsepower. Right now, this car has got about 800, 820, something in that area.
You gonna run an E85?
Maybe E85 or 93, maybe even 91. Foreign cars are kind of applies differently depending on the fuel pump that you run. But if you look at it, if you're going to run E85, you have to change the fuel pump. With 93, you don't necessarily have to. You just have to tune it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing when it comes to E85. You have to change your fuel pump if you're going to do E85. If you're doing 93, you don't even have to, which is very convenient depending on what kind of car you drive. Now, let's talk about some of the handling features with this car. We're going to go ahead and get started with street handling, driving, you know, normally. Not even erratic, like you're trying to get somewhere. Let me get the view properly changed. If you're just driving normally, and by normally I know that's going to sound pretty stupid, but on GTA 5, by driving normally, I mean like a reasonable cruise around, let's say, 80 miles an hour like this, not even flying. If you're just driving around on GTA normally, I give this car probably about, I'd say, a 4-star rating, and that's because this car has really good brakes no matter what options. Like the modifications that you can make to it on GTA 5, you have 4 brake options, and all 4 of them will handle very well. You can get on this guy's ass and just stop like it's nothing. And you also have your your handbrake. Wait, what? You gay as hell. No, you got all of your brake options, and you have the handbrake, which I believe is R1 for the people who normally, because I don't know, what is it, body counts as R1, because I don't have the handbrake. R1, okay, because I don't have, you know, I have the mod thing, so I can't do that. Anyway, after the handling, if you're driving erratically, I'm also going to give this car a 4-star. And by driving erratically, I mean, you know, fast as hell all the time. At top speed, as fast as you can possibly go.
Oh.
And I'm going to start ducking corners and showing you guys what all I mean by that specifically. And if you're trying to bust drifts and whatnot down the streets, yes, I'm going to give this car a 4-star. Because this car does have its downfalls when it comes to driving erratically. You just have to know how to handle the car with your driving skills in general.
Where are you going?
I'm just driving around. I'm showing them what I mean by driving erratically. One of the main downfalls of this car is its ability to, I want to say understeer. There's oversteer and understeer, but this car is, I believe it's understeer, because once again it's 4-wheel drive, and if you have the handbrake, then it can go very wrong very fast. See, that was a little bit of understeer. See, that was a perfect drift right there. Okay. Now that's 4-star right there. Now let's talk about handling when attempting drifts. I will definitely give that a 5-star. Now if you're driving erratically and you have the skills to, I guess, if you've been playing long enough to know how to drift on this game using your handbrake, I guess it is for you guys, then it'll definitely be 5 stars, because this car is known for its skill in rally racing. The STI and the Evo specifically are known for being primary enemies when it comes to rally race. Well, not really necessarily enemies, just competitors. I'm going to get a couple drifts going here, give you guys an example. See, find us a good corner. Maybe this will do. See, if you have the speed and you have the knowledge of your car and how much it can handle when it's going in a corner, all you have to know how to do is when to push. I guess you said it's R1, right? Body counts. You just have to, he's gay. You just have to know when to push R1 and when to let go of R1. If you hold your handbrake button for too long, then you'll obviously have some understeer. If you hold it for not enough, then you'll have oversteer. So you just basically have to know how to handle your car. But
and how to handle this too.
But no, at Tom. He's gonna get mad when he says that, when he sees that. Anyway, on after that. Drag strip experience with this car is 5 stars for sure. 5 stars because this car will outrun many cars. I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the drag strip real quick and get this a couple runs in against Body Count's car. His is you said it's fully blasted, right?
Yeah, just without not turbo, I think an engine mod. I think I'm on like engine 3 or 2.
Right. We're gonna go ahead and put this against Body Count's STI. His is fully blasted minus an engine mod with GTA modifications. I've read you guys the list of all the modifications. I have computer mods because I don't use GTA modifications on here.
He's a cheater, basically.
Yeah, whatever. Call me a cheater. I'm gonna go ahead and put this against his STI so you can see how a computer modified STI that's not even fully blasted yet does against a GTA fully modified STI. And remember, his is spec for dragging, mine is spec for rally for now. But I definitely give this a 5 star for drag experience. I'm gonna go ahead and once we get over here and sync our times, see what we run. We can go once on a roll and we're gonna go once from a dig. I'm gonna run no nitrous for these. Give Body Counts a little break. Let's go ahead and get a solid drag in here. On you, my 2 steps running.
Alright. So.
As you can see, a fully blasted GTA modified STI will outrun one that is not fully blasted. I think you said, let me see, you have the drag spoiler and you put drag radials back on your car. So and he has the weight advantage and all the fun stuff. So this car, trust me, is not done, but I do give this the 5 star drag racing experience for sure. Now let's talk about, to finish this out, let's talk about the handling against other supercars. I'm gonna have to give this a 3 star because we talked about this not too long ago. It does not handle very well against other supercars. GTA or Rockstar made a mistake by classifying this as a supercar. It should have been classified as sports for sure. Here, we're gonna roll for this one. Come back. On me, you ready?
Yep.
Oh fuck, I bogged on 6th gear.
Load you down.
Yeah, I fucked up a little bit. But yeah,
we can rerun it.
No, we're good. I gotta swap other cars. I'm running out of time.
Alright.
But yeah, to finish this car off, it does perform 3 star against other supercars. It just can't handle racing against Ferraris, Bugattis, the Koenigsegg, especially the Koenigsegg. The Koenigsegg will mollywop this car all day and all night. Other than that, this is definitely one of my favorite cars, and I'm excited to get this, I guess, project going. After today, you guys will definitely see this car again. It's no longer, I'm talking about a total transformation. It's not going to be blue anymore. Everything's going to be different. Engine's going to be different. Different tires, different wheels, different look. I might even put a livery on it. That's undecided yet. But this car is not going to be the same. I'm trying to figure out what I want to make the license plate yet, because after today, this car will officially be known as Leroy the Savage from Game Life 616. I just don't know.
Yeah, that's what you should name him, Leroy.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
You in the base?
No, I'm taking this car back so I can swap out and start on the other one. And pedestrian.
Oh, okay.
And more pedestrian. Damn, the review on this car took a lot longer than I thought. I was trying to do, this will be a little halftime report. I was hoping to do 15 minutes per car, but clearly that's not working, so I'm gonna have to.
You said you want to do Chevelle versus STI? What you wanted me to grab my grandpa?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my Chevelle. Grab your charger. And that is my review so far. Charger.
Okay.
And that's the first half of my review on the STI versus the Chevelle 350. We're gonna go ahead and get started on the 350 and then we'll pick an overall winner. On to the second half of the review. All right, so let's see here. Where are you at? Are you down there at Benny's or something?
Mm-hmm.
All right, meet me halfway. Meet me at the Pay and Spray up in, at the mall.
All right.
Damn, this car is so ass heavy. Now, before I even get into any specs, I'm sure you guys can tell this car is not anywhere near fully blasted with computer mods yet. It still has a long way to go, but it is very ass happy. Being, you know, of course, an American muscle car, that's the way they all are, truthfully. Let's go ahead and get parked so I can get into some of the specs. All right, so to start off with this car, yes, has the 350 small block engine. What else do we got here? It has the 5-speed auto, no modification, body counts. It has nope. I'm running this as an automatic. Yeah, see, there's no revs before I take off. Just goes back and forth. The exhaust on this, that's one of the modifications. It's a Corsa exhaust, long tube headers all the way back. Yes. Here we go into the computer modifications. It is a 200 shot of nitrous. It's not currently active because we're not at the drag strip. I do have drag suspension on here, drag radial tires, as you can see. These tires are almost as thick as Tom. Wait, what? You gay as hell. Up next, up next is, let's see here. It runs about, I'd say, we took this today actually. These specs were taken today. It runs a 1039 with nitrous. Or without nitrous, what little modifications we have to it. It runs a 960 with a full, well, an average of 960. We did 3 runs. One was a 948, another one was a 990 something, and another one was a 950. So we averaged those out, and it came out to around a 960 with a full 200 shot at full send. This car tops out at 118 as compared to the 155 by the STI. It also has a small cam in it. Now, on the street, as well, when it comes to full send and just, you know, doing it for Dale, you can see this car, like I said, is very ass happy. It will just do burnouts for days. That's just because, you know, it's an American muscle car. That's what they do. The big old honking V8s, you can just send it for days in these kind of cars. Go ahead and get parked again. Now let's talk about some of the future plans with this car here while we watch body counts do it for Dale. Future plans, hopefully make this car run 7s also. I'm trying to get this car into the low 8s. It's in the high 9s. It's in between the high 9s, low 10s right now. I'm going to try and shed weight. I don't know if you can shed weight for this car. I am going to have my cousin try and make me, body counts is not going to like this. I am going to try and have my cousin make me a 427 twin turbo mod for this car. That will have me.
Whoa. Whoa. No, kid. No.
Jumping from a 350 to a 427 is a pretty big deal. I'm gonna try and have a 427. That's gonna be like that's like a 6-page mod of zeros and ones right there. I'm gonna try and shed some weight on here. I don't know for sure if you can gut out the back seats. That's what I'm trying to figure out, if we can do that at Benny's or not. I do have a roll cage in it currently, but that doesn't mean you can gut it or can't gut it. I think I'm gonna slap a wrap on here. If Street Speed 717 does it, obviously we're gonna do it, because you know this car, or you've probably seen it from a couple of my other videos. This is the Project Grandpa car that he has, and on this channel we call it the Project 8-Pump Chump car. If he wraps it, we're gonna wrap it. You guys know how it goes around here. Let's get into handling and try and wrap this up pretty quickly. Street handling. Driving normally, we're going to go ahead and give that a 4-star. You just have to know how to handle these American muscle cars without getting the ass end terribly loose on here. Let's get it up to 80, I guess you could say is about normal for this car. So I just, you know, about 80 miles an hour normal cruise. This car will do pretty good. You can see we're somewhat cutting traffic. Not as bad as we could be doing, but we are at about a 75, 80 mile an hour cruise. And as long as you know how to handle the car without the ass end getting loose, like I just did there a little bit, then you can very easily control this car without smacking into, you know, every pedestrian and every other car you see on the street. You just got to know how to get the car right once it gets loose. And this car will go full send in the middle of a corner without you even having to use your handbrake. Because I know some cars you have to, you know, use your handbrake just to get the ass end to get loose in a car. And let's talk about street handling when driving erratically, and that's it. I mean, full send all the time, like you're about to see here. We're going to get this car going just about as fast as we can get it. I'm going to have to give this car a 3-star, just because it is, like I said, stated about 90 times, it's an American muscle car. The ass end will get loose, and as you see here, it can be hard to correct yourself, and this can be a real pain in the ass once you're trying to get away from the police in a car like this. You'll go to, you know, hit the cut like this or something, and it'll slow you down and the police will catch you and you're wasted. Moving on from street handling when driving erratically, let's see what we got on a software update. Street handling when performing drifts. I'm going to go ahead and give that a 4-star, believe it or not, because it is rear-wheel drive, and like I stated a couple minutes ago, you can get this car at full send without even using your handbrake. But if you want to use your handbrake and you think you have the skill to correct it, then you can get in and around corners easily. But you just have to know how to, like I said, control the car. See, that's right there. That's using, well, not really the handbrake, because I don't have that, but that's using, what am I trying to say? That's at full send, just slamming the gas in the middle of a corner. But yes, I will give this 4-star. And that is primarily because you don't have to have, once again, the handbrake just to bust a drift in this car. All you have to do is smash the gas and you're off. And then that can happen, but that's just doing it for Dale. Now, handling one on a track, I'm going to have to give that a 2. But that is, once again, rear-wheel drive. When you put this on a dirt track or in the dirt anywhere, it will perform terribly. A 2-star for sure. Putting a rear-wheel drive car in, or any rear-wheel drive vehicle in dirt is just a bad idea. You can get a Chevy 2500 HD with the 6-liter in it and have it rear-wheel drive. You might be able to go off-roading with your big-ass lift and your big-ass tires, but it's not going to do you any good because you're rear-wheel drive. I'd rather have a 1500 with, you know, the Z71 4x4 package and go off-roading than a 2500 HD with a lift, big tires, and rear-wheel drive and get stuck in the mud and have to call somebody else. With the drag strip experience in this car so far, I'm going to give it 3-star on that, primarily because there's nothing terribly modified done to this car yet. It's still an automatic, still has the stock engine in it. It's only headers and nitrous. The 427 mod's not even been made for this car yet. Moving on from that, I'm going to say performance against other muscle cars. That I'm definitely going to have to go ahead and give it probably a 4.5 to a 5-star rating. Because once you take this car here, the 350, and put it against things like, you know, the Challenger, it won't beat the... Well, actually, if you take this car fully blasted with GTA mods against a fully blasted Challenger with GTA mods, it will perform pretty well. The Challenger will have it off at the start, but this car will come back and beat it. Let me see. Against the Mustang, I'm not sure how this car does with a fully blasted Mustang against a fully blasted 350. I believe the 350 would probably take it. This against a Camaro, I have done. The Camaro wins. Let's see here. What else can we compare this to? The Charger. We're going to do this against the Charger in a moment. That's why we're bringing body counts back over here, because we're going to pick up his Charger and hit the drag strip. But this against the...
Take all the paint off the side of your car. Nice. That looks real good right there, man. Right.
This against the 15 Mustang, this car will... The 350 will beat the Mustang all day. The Mustang is not... This Mustang is just terrible performing, and I'm going to do a review on this sometime, and I guess you could say the near future. The 350 against the old Mustang... The old Mustang will beat it at top speed, but not on takeoff, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and scroll on down to the other muscle cars and see if there's anything I'm missing. Oh, the old Camaro. The old Camaro will beat the 350 all day, that's for sure. We already said this would be the best comparison against the 350. The 2013 Mustang will perform against the 350 the best. That's two great competitors. Let's see here. What else could we put this? I believe that's it. What I need to do, to be honest, is put this against a Crown Vic. I think that'd be... I think that's something people would like to see, is a 350 against a Crown Vic. That would be a good... At Tom. That'd be a good video. Here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go ahead and put this up against the Charger, the V8 Charger, and then we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to run it once on nitrous, once without nitrous, and then we're going to roll it. But as you can see, I'm cruising, not even driving erratically. This is 80 miles an hour. This car will perform well. The main thing about these cars is with all the muscle cars on this game really is you just have to know how to handle them once they get a little bit loose in the ass end. If you let go of the throttle like that in mid-turn, then you will crash. There's no saving it once you're, trying to get away from a 5-star rating on, well, not 5-star rating, 5 stars on GTA when you've got, the SWAT team, the cops, and everything else on you. This car can be a huge pain in the ass. So you definitely want to compensate or prepare using something else. But you just have to know, that is the primary thing, you just have to know how to handle a car. That's what I'm saying when it comes to GTA. Drive every car you can, get an experience with every single vehicle and every single class. Like, get a car from each class and keep those in your garage. Get an SUV, get a Suburban, get a big ass truck, get a muscle car, get a ricer, get a tuner, anything. Get one car from, even a bike. And everybody knows I can't stand fucking bikes. I cannot stand how bikes perform on GTA. Get a vehicle from each class and learn the experience, so that way you can find how you do best in performance on GTA. I just stroked out for a minute, but we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Like Machine Gun Kelly said, let's talk about it.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
See, remember MGK told that to Eminem. He said, "Yeah, let's talk about it."
Let's talk about it while you plan. Now we're just gonna wait on body counts over here and see how this car performs against an ordinary muscle car, against the Charger. I'm gonna go ahead and get a nitrous or a no nitrous running real quick. What?
You gotta yak it pretty hard, man. No homo. You gotta do it for Dale.
Yeah, something like that. And this car is no two-step yet. It's stock, no two-step, just exhaust and nitrous only. And this is a no nitrous run right here. Got my timer.
Hey Tom, are you watching? You fat fuck. Tommy.
That was a 1044 run right there, no nitrous. We're gonna go ahead and put a 150 shot of nitrous on and run it. Body counts don't say shit. We are gonna go ahead and put a 150 shot of nitrous on and see how it runs.
Alright, don't say nothing. Alright, cheater.
Gay as hell.
Cheater. This nigga be cheating to win. What?
Remember, this isn't automatic. I have no advantage on him. Well, we'll have to see. I might have a weight advantage on him. I should probably turn the nitrous on first. Let's restart that. Alright, 150 shot. No two-step, and we're off. Timer's going. 963. Not bad. Not bad at all for 150. I don't know where body counts is. He must be like whacking and stacking or some shit, because I've been waiting on this.
Oh yeah, I'm pulling up, kid. Shut up.
Everyone drop in the comments right now who you got, the Charger or the 350.
Yeah, I know everybody's gonna see the Charger, man. I mean, come on. Like, you know? What about you, Nate? Who you got? You're probably gonna say, yeah, I got gifted. I gifted.
Let's do one more nitrous run. My tires are getting bald here. You guys can see that shit. It's nasty. Now let's go ahead and do it for Dale. 200 shot. Alright.
Hey, Don, quick question.
What's up?
You ever had somebody call you gifted in person?
In person? No, I have not. I
funny,
have heard
huh?
somebody, and me and Tom and Brendan were out one day, and Thomas heard somebody say Game Life 616. That was pretty interesting. I was like, wow, believe it or not, someone might actually know who the fuck I am. Okay, that did not work. The nitrous, that was a huge fail. Anyway, body counts is here. I'm going to turn the nitrous off, and we're going to go for a normal do it for Dale run. And stop, turn, and no nitrous. Alright, on you. No two-step. Yeah, I'd say, yep, I'd say I got the weight advantage. When it comes to power, he's probably got me for sure. God damn. Yeah, this car performs like shit against the Charger. Damn, that thing just ran a 9. I'm glad I synced our times. You got a 9:55.
9:55's not too bad.
That's pretty good. Might have to put that up against the shit stang. Wait, I think we already did that, and the shit stang smoked it. That's what they call it. They call it the shit stang. David and Jason do. They like to. David. I'll make it right. David and Jason like to call it the shit stang. All right, we're gonna do that again. We're just gonna fire up some nitrous. You also got the tire advantage on me. My shit's bald as hell. All right, on you.
There you go.
350 against the Charger with nitrous. There it goes. So with nitrous, the Charger does win. Don't say shit. Without nitrous, the 350, or no, other way around. Totally fucked that up. You guys know what I mean. The 350.
Yeah, idiot.
With nitrous, the 350 will take the W on that one. Without nitrous, the 350 cannot beat the Charger, even though it has the 350 as the weight. Did I say it again?
You said with nitrous, the Charger wins. Without nitrous, the 350 wins. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you know me. I'm stroking out. It's gonna be my bedtime. I've got to work tomorrow. You don't know the thing. Now we're gonna bring this video to a close once we get back to the place. Oopsie. Yep, I'm definitely getting tired. And this is, once again, normal cruising speed, not driving erratically or nothing. Hey, damn, goddamn thing.
Good job, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you know Mario?
Mario Lord?
Yeah, he sent me a message, said invite me to your party. But our thing's locked. We can't, like... Mario, if you're watching this, we can't change the thing. Like, our party is open, but we can't change the number of people that'll let us in, or you know what I mean? But it won't let us change how many people we can let in here. It's stuck on 2 for some reason. Probably because I let my goddamn PlayStation run 24/7.
Yeah, I mean, it is part of it.
Damn, this car just went full send in midair.
Yeah, because you're catching, what do you want to call it? Turbulence, I guess? No, not turbulence, but yeah, you catching air, so that thing is sliding right down. That thing is flying. What are you pulling out now?
I'm gonna go ahead and close up this video after I talk about which car I prefer. Mario just joined the session.
Hey Mario, get out. Fag.
He said he just got 850,000 from Rockstar. Yeah, believe it or not, I got 1.2 million the other day.
This nigga said you get 1.2 million every day. Yeah, okay.
Not every day. I said the other day. God damn it.
Oh, nice. They gave that to you?
Yeah. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and talk about which car I prefer from these two. To be honest, I'm gonna have to go ahead and choose the STI. It performs better in most conditions, and primarily because of the four-wheel drive. I'm not a huge four-wheel drive type of guy. I'm an American muscle rear-wheel drive all day, all night type of thing. But I mean, the STI just performs the best in almost every condition. You can take this over on the, you know, in the dirt, and you'll be fine. You can take this, like, even when they put the snow on GTA 5 right around December, and it performs amazing. When you try and take the the 350 in the snow, obviously it performs terribly on the street. It'll perform pretty good when you put it on the drag strip against some other cars. It performs pretty good also. but I'm just gonna have to go with the STI on this one. It just performs astonishingly better than the other car, than the 350. I just keep stroking out bedtime. But no, you guys know what I mean. I prefer the STI over the 350 for sure. Keep a lookout for episode 2. I haven't decided what cars are coming out for the next head-to-head episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this upload. Drop all your comments and what cars you'd like to see from my garages for episode 2. Tell me what we can be doing better and whatnot. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this upload. If you are stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.